Developing the habit of learning through personal development, growth, education, and reading nonfiction books. Hello, and thank you for tuning into my video series, Indicted and Facing Prison. Now what? My name is Mark Blattstein, and in 2006, I too was indicted and convicted of a felony and lost my medical license. To call this a life-altering event at best was an understatement, and I'm sure all of you are going through the same thing, which is why I've created this service for you. So with work, I was able to get my license reinstated in full back in 2010. And my takeaway or lesson is that prison's temporary, meaning that eventually you're going to go home. And so before, and this may seem premature, but before you even meet or go to your pre-sentence interview, it is more than helpful to have a well-drafted personal narrative, release plan, as premature as it may seem, and an allocution in your mind, which is what you're going to say in your conversation to your judge. The release plan, initially, your judge is going to want to know that they don't want to, they're going to let you know they don't want to see you back in their courtroom. They may ask you, what's your plan? What do you want to do? Why are you here? And so the goal in this series is to provide you with the information you'll need to survive and navigate through these times, because knowledge together with preparation will help you build back the confidence you need throughout this process. Since you've already heard that the Department of Justice and FBI have been asking questions, the case against you is mostly complete, and they have about a 98% conviction rate. This means that most will be having, in some form, to either go to prison, home confinement, halfway house. But delaying to take the next step really is at your peril. And by that, I mean delaying to find yourself a federal criminal defense attorney who practices in federal court. And just hiring the team doesn't mean that you're just looking at their experience. You also want to see a proven track record of successfully defending cases like yours. Plus, this needs to be a good fit for both you and your upcoming legal team. Because if you don't feel comfortable, you may not be forthcoming in all the information that they need, even when they haven't asked for it. And that will not provide you with the best possible outcome. So you want to have the best outcome, you need to feel comfortable with your team, because the choices that you're going to make today will be helpful and impact you tomorrow. Should you have questions, please do not hesitate to call me and consider engaging my services at 240-888-7778. This is your life and your future. I've been down the path, and now I'm hoping to show you a better way. This is the only way I know to show case managers your personal growth. I've gone through the hierarchy from the warden down to unit managers, unit team, case managers. Case managers are going to be really working with you or against you as you get closer to early release, possible halfway house, or home confinement. Setting up a daily routine for yourself with a regularly scheduled delivery of books from Amazon, let's say 2 books every 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, can be a helpful start. And it has to be on anything you have an interest. There's going to be a lot of time inside, and you'll be able to, go to lunch. You'll be able to go out and play sports. You'll be able to be taking the first step up classes. But they're also going to want to see, and they're not going to tell you this, what you're doing on your own to create constructive activities. If you like painting, then paint. If you like drawing, then draw. If you're not sure, begin reading books on different topics, but on history, current events, science, philosophy, wherever your interests may take you. And you want to approach this daily routine so that you can begin to emulate what you used to do on the outside. So approaches like a job, a college, or going to college, or having some sort of career, but take it seriously. You want to set yourself up on a schedule. If you are home, you have to get up. If the kids are infants, you have to go to them, get them off of school. You have to get up and prepare lunch or go to a job, be home in time for dinner. Maybe you have extracurricular sports with your kids. That's a routine. Well, we need to have a routine here too. I personally listen to podcasts while I drive and use the voice recorder on my phone or a tablet, which is not that safe, just in case I hear something or a tidbit that I learned, and I don't want to forget it. And so this is what you're going to be doing while you're there. I took notes on everything I studied, which helped me as I retain the information as I wrote it. In other words, I heard it in class, I read it, and then if I write down what I've learned, it kind of sticks with me a little bit. By you having some sort of journal, notebook, logbook, something to document what you do every day, from if you've had any conversations with correction staff, with your case manager, if they suggested you do something, whatever the topic was, if you got in trouble or even if you didn't get in trouble, classes, first step app classes that you're taking, make sure that one, you show up. Two, if you can in a notebook in chronological order, enter the date, the day, the time, what the class was about. Maybe you learned something, find something, please. and the person who taught it. And then if you're reading a book or painting, or you have an interest in philosophy or politics and you're reading these books, include that same date, the title of the book, the author, possibly why you picked it, and what you've learned. Because this is going to all be insurance for you. Insurance. We all have life, home, health insurance. You hope you don't need it, but if you're in an accident, you're glad that you have it. The same here too. If you get challenged at some point while you're in prison and they state, whatever that thing may be, you have as your insurance a logbook or journal to refer back to that will be able to support your position. There will be down days, which is why building that routine is helpful. There will people tell you that you're crazy, because they did to me. There are others that will tell you that, you're inside, the life is on the outside, just forget about it. You can't do that, because eventually, you're going to turn around and you'll be going home. This can serve as a powerful, motivating tool for continued growth and success in everything you do. In staff, in every staff conversation, you want to include these notes in this journal. It's important. Consider, as I said, an insurance, so that you can prove you've taken first step back class in cases in cases that you're challenged, or in events where you're challenged. And so there's an article in my website where a person in adult custody he had listed the classes he's taken, but really not in an organized manner. And he figured he had 365 days. He sued the BOP. In the BOP, as a result of the lawsuit, he lost, because the BOP had a record of just 75 credit hours, not 365 credit hours. And so how can you defend yourself? I mean, this individual had a plethora of other problems, but you really can't if you don't have, a way or something that you can refer back to support your position. To engage my services or to have your concerns answered, call me today at 240-888-7778. This is my personal cell. I answer and return all calls. You can get all of this information also for free on my website at pprsus.com. That's P as in Paul, P as in Paul, R as in Robert, S as in Sam, US.com, otherwise known as Physician Pre-Sentence Report Service. I'm grateful for you tuning in today. Have a good day.